Hi guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're checking out another pedal from DemonFX. This is called the 66. So it's pretty obvious what this pedal is. It's a direct clone, direct copy of a Fortin 33 pedal. This pedal costs around £30 in the UK, just under £30, and I got this shipped for just under £40, and it came within 3 weeks, which is pretty quick. Really impressed with that actually. I ordered this from AliExpress. The first thing I want to say about this pedal is it is ridiculously light, like terribly light, like it's too light. Okay, it feels cheap, you know, I'm not going to lie. The reason I'm saying this is because my other DemonFX pedal, this one, the first one I bought, and the first DemonFX pedal ever made, I believe, it's a TS9 and 808 in one pedal, and it's just heavier and feels better quality. You know, the housing feels better, the controls, the switches, everything feels better. The LED there even looks better. On this pedal here, the LED thing, I don't know if you can see, it's terrible. Like, it's really cheap. You know, it's super cheap. The housing feels thin, like paper almost, and the switch is probably more or less the same, and same with the controls. This little button on the side here, that feels flimsy, you know. It is cheap. It is supposed to get you that 1433 tone, you know, that boost, for a cheap price. It is supposed to be a cheap pedal, and they will be producing it as cheap as they can. I just feel that this pedal, or at least DemonFX, are producing things that are not as good quality as they were in the first place. Even the Friedman BEODX, which is obviously a copy of the Friedman overdrive pedal, even that was better quality than this one. I feel like the quality is slipping in quite a large way. So if you look there where you plug in the power, I don't know if you can see that, I hope you can, I'll try and hold it still. It doesn't even fit right in the hole, it's just kind of there, and it looks like eventually it will snap off or push right in the hole, so you won't even be able to get your power in. I'm not saying it will do that, I don't know whether it will or it won't, but I just feel like I was pretty let down when I took a better look at the pedal after the unboxing, because I thought, you know what, this is not the same quality as the other cheap DemonFX pedals. It is the same price. I don't know how much these pedals are. If you get a 1433, they're 200 quid now, something like that. I don't know. We'll see what it sounds like, because I guess that's all that matters, really. If you're gigging or touring though, like, I don't know whether I'd want to take this. I don't know whether this would let you down after a while or whatever. It just feels a bit cheaply made. But we're going to check it out anyway. I'm not going to waffle on about it, but I just want you guys to know, I think it's only fair to let you guys know that this feels considerably cheaper than my previous DemonFX pedals. The overdrive and the tube screaming one feels the best made, best quality out of them all. The Friedman BEODX is in the middle, you know, so that's why I'm saying that I think DemonFX, they're getting cheaper the way they're making things and the parts they're using, because I bought the tube screamer here, that's pretty good quality. The Friedman here, it's okay, it sounds really good, sounds brilliant, but the quality had slipped a bit, and now this feels super cheap. So the order that I've bought them in, I would say, is the correct order of quality as well of the product. Anyhow, we're going to take a listen to this thing. Does this thing sound like the 1433? Does it do the same? Does it replicate what the 1433 does? And I'm going to be using my Schecter Banshee FR, which is a new guitar that's been on the channel recently that I absolutely love. That's got EMGs in. I will then swap that guitar and I will use a Jackson with a JB in, just so the active pickup guys can hear what the pedal sounds like with active pickups, and the passive guys can hear what the pedal sounds like with a passive guitar. Okay guys, so first of all, we are going to just hear the raw Peavey. We're on the lead channel, and the gain is up just past noon. Now that's quite high when you're boosting. For a normal boost like an overdrive, that's too much gain from the amp. But the idea of these types of pedal, you know, the 1433 on this clone of it, is that you balance the gain between your amp and the pedal and try and get that just right. So you're actually using, with these types of pedals, the 1433 and also this DemonFX 66, you're actually using more of your amps preamp gain, okay, which is, you would think, a good thing. So let's see how this goes. Let's get down in and let's see what happens. Okay, so what you're getting there is what I call a classic quack. It basically sucks the power and the tone out of your guitar and your amp and everything, and it comes up with this terrible tinny, scratchy, quacky tone. That is also what, for me, the original 1433 does. It does add this tight, trebly, quacky type tone, and this pedal does exactly the same. This pedal, by the way, is pretty noisy, as you can tell. There's no noise gate I'm using here. The Peavey's on about 1 there. That's pretty loud, but I can control it pretty well using it. Doesn't bother me too much. Hope it doesn't bother you guys either. We're going to turn this up now to about 1 o'clock on the 66. Okay guys, so now we're going to plug in the Jackson with the JB instead of the EMGs, because the EMGs do enhance that quacky MIDI texture, you know, high mid texture that is too much, in my opinion, when using this pedal, because that's the type of tone that this pedal has, the type of frequency that I don't think I'm too keen on it. I don't think I'm too keen on that. I do like certain aspects of what this pedal adds to the tone of your amp, but there are also some aspects in the tone that it adds to the frequencies that I don't like as well. It's quite scratchy and noisy and quite squeaky on the strings. I don't know whether it's for me, basically. I get its purpose. There are things about it, like I say, the sustain, the harmonics, everything that I like, but it adds this texture to the tone which I don't know if I'm that keen on it. It adds some things that are nice and some things that are not so nice. Anyway, we're going to move on now. I'm going to use a Jackson with a JB in and see if that sounds any better. I think it will. I think this doesn't work too well with the active EMGs. Okay guys, so now we have a Jackson with a JB in rather than the Schecter with the EMGs in. This should suit it a bit better. I think the EMG was adding a similar frequency to what the pedal does. It is kind of like using an active pickup guitar when you use this pedal, in my opinion. Right guys, so basically, yeah, my opinion in the room is that with the Jackson, the JB, it is way better. You know, the EMG's being active and adding similar frequencies to what the pedal does is too much for me, and it does enhance that quackiness, that thinness, that brittleness, which I don't like. The JBs work a bit better with it, but again, there's still this extra noise, squeaky on the strings, scratchy, quacky essence to the tone which it adds, which I don't like. It's not for me. There is also a quality that it adds to the tone that I do like, the sustain, the harmonics, and the way it feels. You know, that I'm playing with that amount of intense gain is really nice, but for me it adds a lot of bad frequencies as well as good, and that, you know, I think I'd rather use a tube screamer or an 808 that doesn't add any bad frequencies to my ears. So that's my review, that's my verdict on it. Let me know what you guys think of this pedal and the tone. Today we have used just an SM57 straight into a Zoom R20 portable recorder over there. That's what you're hearing the audio on. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of this pedal. Do you think it's okay to clone and copy another brand's pedals anyway? And do you think this did a very good job of doing it? I've not got a Fortin 33. I've used one briefly through somebody else's rig, and it does feel similar. It is definitely more noisy, you know, but then again, I've not got a gate plugged in here today, but I haven't needed one in any of my other demos, so I don't know why I should need one in this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon.